Rack and ruin.
Yo, what's up guys, your boy Nitrostorm here. Welcome back to Genshin Impact. So for this video, Abyss reset, like a few days ago, at the start of this month essentially, and it's basically the same as the previous rotation, right? Exactly the same enemies, but I thought it would be a good idea to see if I can just test if I can clear both halves with my Eula team and the total time that Eula does the first half and the second half, if it's going to be within 3 minutes. So I'm going to see if it's actually possible. Now, there's going to be a bit of a challenge in my case first, and that is I'm only going to be saving the first instance that I clear the floor. Meaning, regardless if I finish it on time or not, that will be the run that I'm going to save, the first clear that I do. Now, preferably, I finished all of this on my first go. So, finish the first half with Eula team on the first go, and then finish second half with the Eula team on the first go. And timing that you'll see at the top, it's not going to be accurate. So, I'll just edit the actual time that it takes in, and then basically just go from there at the end. So now that's out of the way, the first thing we're going to be doing is actually the quote-unquote easier half. And that is doing Eula team on the first team, right? This is going to be the team that I'm going to be using. And then the second team will be my Nahida team. I need something to cheese, and Nahida's team can cheese very nicely. Now, just to quickly preface this team, my Raiden is C3. If you haven't been watching my previous videos, she is C3, but in this composition, her damage is basically negligible, right? It's not that much, but it does help considering she's C3. Okay, now before we actually start, I'll just show you my Eula. I'm not going to show the rest of the team until the end of the video, but I just want to show you my Eula right now. So this is the build that I have for her. My energy recharge is not that high. Considering the team comp, I actually don't need that much. 118% is actually more than what I need. But yeah, I decided to go for consistency, so I went at least 75% crit rate, and then as much damage as I can possibly get. I'll just quickly go through the artifacts. Feel free to pause the video. I'm not really going to go into too much detail on each one. Okay, now that's out of the way, let's get started. I think to really test it, I'm going to have to do this. I shouldn't take any buffs, just so it's fair, right? Because for the most part, the new characters nowadays, for example, Nuvalite and Ryothley, they can for sure clear 9-star the Abyss without any beneficial buffs from the actual card list here. So I'm just going to go for max HP here. So in terms of the time, the way that I'm going to time it is I'm going to start my timer basically off camera the moment I press start challenge, and then the moment it goes to the next half, I stop the time. Simple as. Okay.
Shine down.
Then do this.
Stabilize.
And then
You can't run. Shut up.
do this.
Punishment.
Might as well just do my full rotation right now. I kind of messed up the rotation already, but who cares. Yeah, only 260k feels bad. Now, this thing's gonna actually wait. Yeah, it's gonna go up now, so there you go. Oh, not there, Zhongli. Do this. And then go back here. Hold this. Unfortunately, Eula's rotation's not ready. I'm gonna have to do this.
There is no escape.
There you go. Now, obviously, I can finish this faster, but I need to make it so that my next floor will have them at full energy at the same time. So I kind of realized something, and that the second half of floor 12 chamber 1 has pyro abyss mages, so I can already tell that I'm going to fail that. But it's okay, we'll keep going anyway. We're on chamber 2 now, so we're going to be using this one, healing effectiveness increased.
Knights and aristocrats share the same purpose.
Alright, same rotation as before.
Lights out.
And this.
Vengeance will be mine. Eye for an eye.
Okay, very nice.
Stabilize. Yeah. Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
Unfortunately, I should have went to this guy first.
You can't run. Beg for mercy. Punishment. Flood of frost. Rack and ruin.
Okay. Floor 12, chamber 3. I'll do this one. Restore HP to everyone. So unfortunately,
Shudder. Shiver.
I'm gonna have to do it like this.
Torn to oblivion.
Because my Eula doesn't have enough energy.
There is no escape. Gather. Yeah. Crush. More speed. Out of my sight. This body
Okay,
belongs to us.
let's try this again.
Solidify. Beg for mercy. Punishment. Vengeance will be mine. Eye for an eye.
Oh, I'm missing attacks. That's fine.
Illusion shattered. Watch your footing. Judgment. Now you shall perish. A gift for you. A grace. There is no escape. Gather.
Okay, this is my slowest run yet,
Shudder. Light.
unfortunately.
Freeze to the core. Rack and ruin.
Alright, so that's basically the first half completed. And before we move on, I'd just like to update on what the current times are so far. So, in terms of our Eula test, floor 12, first half, is 1 minute 9 seconds, 0.36 for the first chamber, 52.26 seconds for the second chamber, and then 1 minute 34.87 seconds for chamber 3. So, things are not looking good. So for floor 12, I'm obviously going to fail because of the Pyro Abyss Mages. Floor 12, chamber 3, I have less than 1 minute 30 to defeat the second boss. And then for floor 12, so floor 12, chamber 2, second half, is essentially my best bet at getting a within 3 minute clear with Eula team. And I guess another thing to note, I know if you've watched the video, you realize that, my Raiden is definitely helping her and carrying her with the damage for sure. So, I guess you can keep that in mind as well. But technically speaking, my Raiden damage is basically like peanuts compared to what kind of damage she normally does in her own team. But before I ruin this, I'd just like to show you the current details of my Abyss. So this is the current rotation. So we just did 12 battles to get the 36 stars just now. My most played characters is basically the same 8 characters. It's just randomized here. So it's listed as Nahida, Xingqiu, Rosario, and Zhongli, but I've used the same 8 characters throughout the whole thing, including floor 12, which is Eula, Raiden, Rosario, Zhongli, Nahida, Xingqiu, Kuki, and Fiona. But yeah, I just wanted to show that, and then for the the kind of interesting information here, most defeats is Nahida, apparently. Most damage taken is also Nahida at 60k damage taken. Most elemental bursts is Nahida. And then most elemental skills cast is also Nahida. And the only thing that's different here is the strongest strike, which I managed to get with Eula, a grand total of 500k damage, which is very nice considering my Eula is C0 with R1. This is from floor 11 though. The damage somewhere in floor 11. I just don't remember which boss it was, but it's definitely in floor 11 because in floors 9 and 10, well, the enemies die too quickly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to share this. But yeah, now let's move on to the next phase. Okay, so as I've mentioned before, I'm pretty worried about this one. I'm obviously going to lose, but I'll just try and still finish it as soon as I can. But yeah, let's go have some fun. Keep in mind, as you can see on the right hand side, I don't have any healers. So this will be fun. Surely.
Order guide you.
Yeah! Lights out. Beg for mercy. Flood of frost. Rack and ruin. More speed. Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
Stabilize.
Punishment. Crush. Vengeance will be mine. I condemn you.
Oops.
I will have order. Gather.
You can't run. Shut up. There is no escape. Shiver.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah. Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
You can't run. Beg for mercy. Lights out.
What the? What is it doing up there? Oh my god.
Beg for mercy. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Judgment.
Solidify.
Illusion shattered. Crush. Yeah.
Okay. You know, it could have been better, but again, I was carried by Raiden here. I think her ult was destroying a lot of the pyro barriers from the Abyss Mages, but let's move on. Alright, so this one is basically the only one I can technically get within 3 minutes again. Now, just keep in mind that the first half is doing pretty slowly, mainly because I'm kind of scuffed at the squad, but I have my personal timer that I do, you know, after recording, just to ensure that, you know, I get the right timing, so don't worry about that, I'll show you in the end. Okay, I need to concentrate because I do want to get at least one W in this Abyss round, so...
There is no escape. You can't run. Shiver. Freeze to the core. Rack and ruin. Well met.
This is order.
Oops.
Stabilize.
Yeah. Now you shall perish. Shine down.
I will have
Oops.
order. Solidify.
Oh no.
Judgment. Beg for mercy. Punishment. Flood of frost. I condemn you. Torn to oblivion.
Oh my god. That was too scary. Whew. Now, I'm hoping that I did it in enough time. Now, unfortunately, however, I kind of used all my energy. For this one, I have 8 minutes and 37 seconds left. So technically speaking, as long as I get 3 stars by the time I finish, I should have done it in time, right? I just need to get good. So we're fighting only one boss. Come on.
Illusion shattered.
Stabilize.
You can't run. Yeah.
Well, that's not good already.
Crush.
This is order.
Judgment. Shiver. Shudder. Yeah.
I need to do this.
Now you
Great.
shall perish.
Order guide you.
You can't run. Beg for mercy. Punishment.
Okay, come on.
Freeze to the core. Rack and ruin. There is no escape.
Gather.
Yeah. Torn to oblivion. Remove all obstacles.
Oof. Okay, so again, I was carried by Raiden, I guess. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright, so I just got back from doing the calculations. The timing, I mean. And here are the results. So, as you can see, I managed to get within 3 minutes on Chamber 3. I was under 2 minutes on Chamber 2, and I was so close. I was actually so close in getting within 3 minutes in first chamber. Now, as I mentioned before at the start of this video, I will only take the first clear that I do. So while it's possible that I might have been able to get within 3 minutes, well, I didn't get to do it on my first go, so there is that. So feels bad on that end. But overall, we actually managed to get 2 W's, right? And 1 L, which is nice. Oh, there you go. We managed to get 2 W's and 1 L. That's very nice. So I guess what I can say overall is that Raiden is definitely helping out a lot. But at least when it comes to this team with C0 Eula as basically my main DPS, I think I'm very proud of what she has done. Considering she's an old character, there's barely any supports for her. As you can see, I'm resorting to using Raiden and Zhongli, 2 5-star characters as her support. And the damage output, you know, it could be better, especially considering I believe these are pretty good. I guess for those that are curious on how I, rank, for those curious, let me just show this up real quick. Okay, so for those that are curious, I guess, when it comes to, my Eula ranking, we're only looking at Eula. As you can see, it says I'm ranked 60, but this specific build is kind of useless because as you can see here, it uses a team that I don't use. So it uses Beidou, Diona, and Fischl alongside Eula, and it's just looking for average damage, which I do want to know. But yeah, when it comes to this team, it's not a team that I use, so it's pretty useless. So there is that. However, there is another team comp that they go with, and if we go here, and then I just switch the categories, go to this one, 110 ER, we have the basic combo with crit fishing, average damage. So this is the exact team that I'm using, exact same artifact set as well. The only difference is that the Eula burst, the Lightfall Sword, the explosion damage is a critical hit no matter what. So I'm basically up against people that have relatively low crit rate compared to, their crit damage, like they overhaul it. But obviously some of these guys are like pretty crazy CV anyway. But yeah, as you can see, I'm only ranked 661 out of 83k, so that's unfortunate there. But still pretty decent ranking over anyway, and that's about it for those that were curious. Now moving back to the actual game, we can now finish things off by showing you the builds of my other characters. So that was Eula. I already showed at the start. This is my Raiden, pretty decent. using that weapon. And then for the artifacts, she works best with Attack Goblet in this team. And then you have this. I do have Electro Goblet, but she does less in this composition with it. So now we have Rosaria. Oh, I forgot. There you go. Okay, now we have Rosaria. Oh, Eula, there you go. So I have Rosaria, obviously C6. Utilizing Favonius Lance. Only 82% crit rate, unfortunately. Noblesse set, obviously. And then Zhongli, obviously Constellation 0. Pretty decent. He's full HP based, but I like giving him nice crit rate and crit damage for no reason. 48k HP is not bad. Using Staff of Homer. Utilizing Tenacity. And that's about it. I guess I'll quickly show Nahida. There you go. Not bad. There you go, the weapon. Obviously, C0, unfortunately. Then we have that. We have Xingqiu. He's okay. A pretty low attack. Sacrificial Sword. 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. I don't have the new set yet, so feels bad. Kuki, she was the easiest to build, but I can't get 1k EM on her, so feels bad on that. There you go. And then last but not least, we have Diona. So we have her Noblesse set. Kinda useless on this comp, but the only reason why I'm using her is because she can heal and can give barrier. There you go. She's using Favonius Warbow. I don't have Sacrificial Bow at Refinement 5, so I refuse to use it. And there you go. That's pretty much all the builds done. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Apologies if it was a little long. Hopefully it was entertaining though. So overall, I still use Eula as much as I can, really. In this Abyss, it was actually possible to probably get full star just by using Eula team. But at the same time, you know, I'm probably gonna try and see if I can get better artifacts still, but we'll just have to wait and see. In any case, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you've got any more questions in regards to Eula or anything about Genshin Impact or anything in general, do let me know in the comments below. It's been your boy Nitrostorm. I'll see you guys in the next stream or video.